Hey guys, first regardsman here, and so I'll be going over the brand new pickup coming to Space Marine 2 with the Tech Marine update. Yes, you heard correctly that there is an all-new pickup item in this update. This is not an equipment like the Sanctified Wrath or Reliquary item we got in patch 11, but instead an all-new healing item called the Stim Shot. Now, I have played around with this item quite a bit on the public test server for patch 12, and I have to say that these things are very powerful, and in my opinion, much more useful than the previous equipment pickup we got with Sanctified Wrath Reliquary, and even potentially better than the standard Medicae stim. So in this video, we're going to go over the Stim Shot, how you obtain them, their overall strengths and weaknesses, and how they actually function. The Stim Shot can be found throughout your operation, just like the Medicae stims we've had in the game since launch, and when you pick one up, it will replace any Medicae stims you currently have in your inventory, since they take up the same slot. And just like a Medicae stim, you can only have 2 stim shots at any given time. They are also fairly rare, and in my experience, they are far less common than Medicae stims are, and they are also currently unavailable in Siege Mode's requisition store. Though in Siege Mode, you should still be able to find them in on-map crates, and I do expect them to add them to Siege Mode eventually, because Saber does plan on updating the requisition terminal with things like Tarantula Sentry Guns for the Tech Marine, so I imagine these are also on that list. So that is how you get your stims, but what the hell do they actually do? Well, stim shots, unlike Medicae stims, are not intended to be only an emergency heal, but also for offense versus incredibly dangerous encounters like boss spawns. Upon injecting yourself with a stim shot, unlike a Medicae stim, you will not instantly restore health, and instead you get a heal over time effect that restores a very small amount of HP, but more importantly, you will start to regain contested health as well until your entire health bar has maximum available contested health. This effect will last for around 25 seconds, and while your stim shot is active, you cannot lose contested health for any reason. It does not matter how much damage you take or how long you wait, your contested health simply will not fade. This is extremely powerful, and in my opinion better than the current Medicae stims are in Space Marine 2. Being able to constantly heal for a period of time fits the gameplay loop very well and really helps out the most difficult encounters. So those are the major upsides of this new pickup, but what are the downsides? Well, you can't emergency heal quite as easily as you can with a Medicae stim, since stim shots will not restore you a substantial amount of HP on their own or remotely as fast, and you are still susceptible to getting damage nuked and one shot by strong enough enemies while your stim shot is active, since the healing capabilities of the item do not take effect immediately, as they are primarily intended to be used as an offensive healing item to get you through a tough battle rather than an emergency heal. But that being said, I still think they are the strongest of the two options currently, because in Space Marine 2 you naturally have a ramping damage resist below 25% health that generally prevents you from getting outright one shot, especially on sturdier classes like Bulwark and Heavy. So unless you are literally stunlocked, ping-ponged to death, or blown up instantly, the stim shot is usually the best option as a gradual heal, since if you're managing your HP properly, you're practically invincible while the stim is active for most content the game currently has. The only other major downside of this perk is that you are getting less value now out of perks like Resilience, which make your stims restore 40% more HP, since the actual healing of a stim shot on its own is really not that high. Though all of that being said, I think this healing item is actually pretty well thought out from Saber, and it's a great addition to the current state of the game. I think most players will be a huge fan of this one. I really don't think this one needs any major changes before it goes live beyond some bug fixes, since it really fits pretty well into the current gameplay loop. But let me know what you guys think about this new healing item in Space Marine 2. Do you like it, or do you think it seems more like a gimmick? I am personally a huge fan, but I am curious to see the community reaction. But that's all I have to say in this one, guys. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and if you want to ask me questions about the game or just coming out, you can find me here live on Twitch or YouTube with a link in the video description alongside a link to my community Discord. And as always, thank you for watching, take it easy, bye.